Well, let's talk about Orlando Golden State. Why not? Dan Kelly says that maybe Orlando on the money line has a little bit of value. Orlando catching a lot of points here, and Golden State, are their problems fixed or not?
Well, no. I mean, who cares if they've won 2 straight? They need, but Draymond Green might be back.
Right,
Warriors
day to day, I've read.
Yeah, Warriors have beaten the Magic 10 straight. Magic on the second half of back-to-back, very impressive. They've been very impressive lately. Now, they are on the back-to-back, but it's a little different than what we usually have. It was an afternoon game, and then just a 1-hour flight. I think that's part of the reason that people are liking them. Let's hear what Dan Kelly has to say. One thing we have seldom mentioned here, when you are making a bet and getting plus odds, the bigger those odds, the less chance you have of winning the bet. But that doesn't make it a bad bet.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. And in fact, and it also makes it a lot harder to eyeball whether you made a bad bet or not. You see that a lot in MMA, right? A lot in MMA. You see these huge favorites, minus 600, minus 800, that shouldn't be that big of a favorite. And then, if you bet, an underdog and it loses at like plus 400 or plus 500, it can be a lot harder to eyeball whether you actually, in retrospect, probably made a bad bet or not, as opposed to just a coin flip, that, a bet that's minus 110 on both sides. That's a good point. That's a great point. Obviously, people who took the Knicks plus 14, was Dan Kelly one of the people who suggested that the Knicks?
He had them on the money line.
That's right. So in retrospect, probably that was a good bet. Although even that doesn't guarantee that it was a good bet. It just strongly suggests that it was a good bet. But even then, just because a big underdog wins doesn't guarantee that it was definitely a positive EV play in retrospect. All right, so Orlando.
Q also here liking Orlando. They're trying to win now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then David Stewart says, Jimmy, I was really interested in the Cavs too, but then remember how Wolves beat the Nets. I lost on that. Okay, let's break down this game further. The Magic, we got a healthy group. Warriors will get Curry back at some point on this 5-game Eastern trip that's coming up after this game, They're going to play one more home game without him. Durant is scoring again. He went 26 for 47 in the past 2 games, 32-44 respectively. He had been 2 for 22 on threes in his previous 5 games. I don't remember ever reading that about Durant. And Clay was sort of the same way, not quite as bad, but he's rolling now, 24 for 47, 9 for 21 on threes in those 2 wins, going for 31 each night. 2 wins came immediately after that first 4-game losing streak in the Steve Kerr era. 5 of the games also were played without Green. He's been listed as day-to-day. As you said, he could return for this Magic game. I feel like we need to know if Draymond Green's going to be in there to make a legitimate angle-wise bet.
Sure.
And until I know. And the problem with these West Coast games is we may not know by 6 o'clock Eastern. This is a tough spot. And the one thing I don't want to do is use what we saw last night from the Magic against the Lakers and have a bias because of it. And so by not making a bet in the morning and shaking it off and hearing what you guys have to say, that makes it easier for me. Bookie Lover Q makes a great point here. Nobody stopped Vucevic. No one's going to be able to stop Vucevic. They don't have Boogie yet, and their bigs are weak.
All right, so Dan Kelly, obviously, if he thinks that Orlando has legit shot or at least value on the money line to win this one, probably he thinks there's value on the spread as well, right?
Definitely.
All right, so do we want to pull? Do you want to wait till the 6 o'clock show?
Without doubt.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.